Hello, 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 hello. I'm back today playing some Pokemon Crystal, continuing our shiny badge quest, specifically on the hunt for our shiny starter Cyndaquil still, as we are still yet to actually start our shiny badge quest. Well, I guess we've technically started the shiny badge quest, but started our actual adventure. So we're currently sitting at 9,600 resets, and we're going to be doing 200 today. Well, if we don't get the shiny, that is. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get the shiny. But anyway, with that being said, shall we switch over to the right screen so you guys can see the game? Okay, and I think we are good to start. So let us begin. Reset number 1 for today. Is it going to be male? Yes. Okay, so it can be shiny. But will it be? No. It's female. First one of the stream. Hi, Carl. How you doing? I'm good, thanks. Glad it's the weekend. Yeah, whilst at work. So if we get called, I have to rush off. There's only if something breaks and needs fixing. Cool. Job is a lot of waiting around for time to access. To do. Gotcha. Yeah, I do not get time to do anything outside, like at work. If I'm not working, I'm not gonna get my work done. Fair enough. Think like firefighters. If there's no fire to fight, they don't have to work. They don't have work to do. Do something. Yeah, that's fair. That's why, to be fair, that's why a lot of firefighters are volunteers rather than paid employees. A lot of the firefighters actually have other jobs that they do. I used to work with somebody who was at my job that I'm at now, but he was also a firefighter. So he would be on call outside of our work hours, so it would never affect our work. It still works the same. If there's no fire, they don't have to do anything. That's the comparison. But the difference is you're still getting paid, whereas they wouldn't get paid if there was no fire. And even then, I don't think they get paid per. I don't think they get paid per fire. Because otherwise, you'd have them starting fires so they can get paid. Obviously, there are some roles in the fire department that aren't volunteer. I did know a firefighter. Well, he was actually like one of the lead people, so it was his actual job. And his house burned down. Ironic. Exactly. Yeah. 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 No one was hurt or anything. Everyone got out. It was all fine. But the house was gone. He lived down the road from me. And this was like years ago. I was doing my paper round, and in the morning I went down the road to deliver papers to, I didn't deliver their paper, but I delivered papers like near them. So I went past and there was like fire engines and loads of people around. I was like, what is going on here? Then I saw his house and I was like, oh wow. Yeah, no, everyone was fine. There was only him and his wife and their dog in the house. And they all of them, including the dog, got out. But apparently he was not happy because he was from one like district compared to the people, like the firefighters that are actually dealing with the fire, and apparently the different like districts of firefighters like have their own like ways of doing things, their own procedures and stuff, and his team would have dealt with it differently and would have had the chance to actually save more of the house. So he wasn't happy with that. But not much he could do, because he couldn't tell them to do their job differently because he wasn't in charge of them. But they rebuilt. Wow. Okay. I'll start with the first part of it. They had actually only just finished doing renovations on the house as well. They've just like completely done like loads of work on the house, like made it really nice, and then it caught fire. Just like really bad timing. Yeah, but they rebuilt it, and it looks so much better now. It's such a much nicer house. Like, it was a nice house. They're rich. It was a very nice house to begin with. But what they did to it afterwards, so much nicer. Such a nice house. And they named it Phoenix House. It's just a perfect name. Yeah, when did you connect? 3 days after its MOT. Made you put 4 new tires and brand new brake discs and pads on front. Oh, that is so annoying. That is worst timing ever. They don't actually live there anymore. They moved. They sold the house, and I don't live there either. That's the only night you have left valuables in your car too. A bunch of Pokemon games and Nintendo consoles and your PS Vita. Oh, that is bad. Touch wood. My desk is wood, kind of. I've never had my car broken into or stolen or anything like that. My dad has. He didn't have his car stolen, but he had it broken into. But I've never experienced that, fortunately. That was when you lived in Coventry? I mean, no, because I'm not that far from Coventry. But it also makes sense. No, I live in I was just about to say I live in an area that's like that kind of thing doesn't happen to us. However, I was then just remembered that my next door neighbor's house got broken into, like last year. So I'm very much in an area where that kind of thing happens because I was in a house next to it. I was here when it happened. I did not know it happened until I got a call from them saying, "Did you hear or see anything last night?" I was like, "No." That's when they told me that the house had been broken into. They were away. I think they were in Spain or France or somewhere. Actually, no, it might have been. Yeah, it was France. They were in. They'd gone on holiday to France, and their house got broken into, and nothing taken. Which is weird. Lived in a really nice area of country, but all areas around it were, choosing your words carefully, council estates. So you got a lot of people from those areas coming into our area to do... Yes, well, that would make sense. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's awful. Having the house next door being broken into while you're here is kind of scary. Like, to think that they could have just easily come into our house instead. You already had a retail park in it and everyone wanted to go to, so they had to go via your area to get to... Ah, yeah. But yeah, the confusing part was them not taking anything. Like, nothing was stolen. Like, they went through jewelry boxes and stuff, didn't take any of it. So it's like they were looking for something specific, couldn't find it. So it's very, very odd. A few more. Oh, double female. See, when it happened, the only thing I can think of that, like, they were looking for potentially is, like, car keys. And they wanted to steal a car. But the weird thing is, their car wasn't there. So it was like, whose car were they trying to steal? Because my thinking... and obviously this is like the worry coming into why I was thinking this, was, were they trying to steal my car? Did they get that, like, because they came, you can't get to the back of the houses from the front of the house, you have to go like all the way around some other way to get to the back of the houses. Could they have got a little bit confused with which house they were trying to break into? Because my car is in front of my house, but it's right next door to the house because our houses are attached. Could they have got confused and gone into the wrong one trying to get to my car keys? I don't know. That was my worry thoughts. Because I have a nice car. I have a car that you would want to steal. How I say that. It'd be a car you want to steal if you had a way of getting rid of it quickly. You wouldn't want to steal it to keep it because it's a very distinctive car. Where you live now, there's a house 2 doors down that always has brand new BMWs and Minis every other year. And they had their house broken into to steal their car. Ooh, yeah, that's horrible. Hey. No, I can. In fact, if I just go back to my... this is how much I don't care about it. It's on my starting soon screen. Or a little model version of it is. It's a Nissan 370Z. Exactly. You even got the right, like, the actual right version of it. Because the 350 and the 370 are very similar, but there are some subtle differences, which the model does make sure. My friend who did the art, she used a reference picture of my car, obviously, for it. But yeah, there are subtle differences between the two that not everyone can notice. Yeah, exactly. They are very, very similar. And when I was first looking into the cars, I was looking at a 350, to be honest. Driver Cupra? Formentor. Cool. I don't know. Not sure. I just know that my car is obviously quite a fancy car, and obviously liked by a lot of people. To be fair, you know, one of the things I really like about Cupras, their badge. Oops, I just dropped my controller. The Cupra badge is so cool. Like when I first saw it, like when the Cupra's first becoming like a thing, I saw the badge, I was like, what on earth is that? That looks so cool. It almost like reminds me of like Transformers Decepticons kind of like badge. I know it isn't anything like that, but it just reminded me of that kind of thing. It's the only car that the illuminated badge works for. Yeah, true. Yeah, where it just says Vauxhall in lights. Yes, I've seen one of those. But yeah, when I was looking at the getting my car, it was a few years ago now. What was it, like 4.5 years ago? I got this car, roughly. I was initially looking for a 350 because I always loved the 350 growing up because of one, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift with DK's 350, but also Need for Speed Underground 2, having I can't remember her name, the green 350 that you get at the beginning of the game just to drive around it. I love that car. And so when I was looking at car, because I needed a new car because my car was dead essentially, I was like, I have the money, I've saved up, I want a 350. And then when I was looking, I was like, but I have the money to afford a 370, so why not just get the 370? So and this next point kind of goes against what I said earlier about not having time to do anything outside of work other than work. At work, me and my colleague were looking at cars and like looking through them. Oh yeah, no, that is my dream car, the GTR. If I had the money, I would have definitely gone for that. I mean, technically, I had to finance the 370, but I had enough of a initial payment that it wasn't actually that much per month. And now it's fully paid off as of a few months ago. So I'm very happy now. I've now fully owned my car as of a few months ago. Whereas before, technically the bank owned it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a 4-year payment plan, so finished in like October time, I think it was. It's technically a Nismo. Well, not technically. It is a Nismo version as well. So it's not even just a Nissan 370Z. It is a 370Z Nismo. Just slightly better. How many speeding points have I got? I have a clean license. I've had a clean license since I got my license. Doesn't mean I haven't been on any speed awareness courses, but I have a clean license. Oop, that was a female. Never been on a speed awareness course? Wow, fair. To be fair, my brother hadn't until not that long ago, and then he got caught speeding twice. So now he has points. He was always so. I'm the only one of the family who hasn't been on a speed awareness course. Then he got caught speeding, and then he couldn't say that anymore, and then he got caught again, and now he has points, and we can all go, well, I have never had points. My parents can't say that. They've had lots of points. I just nicknamed this thing AAAA by accident. I'm glad it's not shiny. No points, no courses. Only thing they ever got you for was willful obstruction of the highway. But it was easier to pay the £30 and be done with it. Fair enough. I am currently in the time period where I can't get caught speeding again at the moment. Oh, I know Kumabi, yes. Yeah. I've been a few times. I actually went there with school one time. It was bank holiday. It was very warm that day, and everyone wanted to go there, including the partner side of the family. Okay. Anyway, there was zero parking, and so people were parking on the side of the road leading to Kumabi. So you did the same. Yeah. I can see what's happened here. Yes, the police just needed to earn some revenue that day, so took down everyone's license plates, so they all nips. Yeah. Oh dear. That's annoying. I can't imagine they just singled you out. That would be very strange. Especially as they would be able to get everyone. They might as well. Both my times for getting caught speeding were really annoying as well, because both times I knew there was a camera. So annoying. The first one was I was bringing my grandma back from the dentist, and she had dementia, so she was always like a bit of a like in the car. She was always worrying and stuff, so I was trying to like make sure she was okay and stuff. So I wasn't 100% concentrating on the road, and I'd forgotten that there was a speed camera coming up, and I'd also just recently got the car I was driving, so I wasn't quite used to the power. Like it was slightly more powerful than my previous car. And I just put my foot down slightly too much and went 34 in a 30. Oh, man. I don't blame her. It's not her fault. She didn't know what she didn't... I can't blame somebody else for being distracting. Like, that's not... I shouldn't have been distracted. But... that is what happened. You can't remember if you parked with two wheels on the road or not, rather than completely on the grass verge. If so, then you can see why they would get you for obstruction. That was the only thing I can think of that would cause them to find you. Yeah, fair enough. I know, yeah. The other one I 100% should not, like, that was my fault the second time. Because the second time was, I was on the M6, heading to an Aston Villa game. Oh no, this was before the 370. The first one was before the 370. I'm not talking it was powerful. It was a Nissan Micra. But I've had two Nissan Micras and the 370. I had an old, like, the old style Nissan Micra, and then I had the not newest style of Micra, I had the one before this one. And there is a little bit of jump up in power between the two. There probably is to the next one I've not driven, then, the next iteration. But yeah, it was a Micra, but I wasn't used to it at that point. But yeah, I was on the way to an Aston Villa game for the second one on the M6. And I was overtaking some cars. I was in the overtaking lane, and somebody was tailgating me, and I wasn't consciously like speeding up to get away from them. I was speeding up to get back to the left, and I just did it at the wrong point because there was the camera, and I just completely forgot there was a camera until I got to the camera. I was like, oh no, there's a camera there. I just wanted to get out of their way, because they were right on my ass. It was like, I just didn't want to be there. Well, I wasn't trying to like speed because they were tailgating. I wanted to get out of their way because I didn't want them right behind me. That was in the 370. No, I know. Yeah, I wasn't going to try and contest it or anything. I should have just let him tailgate me. It was like, yeah, my fault. Yeah, exactly. In the speed awareness course, they also got us to like write down the scenario that we got caught speeding and like what we would do differently and like how you could like stop it happening. Mine was so easy. It was like, just don't let somebody push you into speeding. It was like, this is the easiest thing ever. Also, I know all the answers to the speed awareness. Like, every question they ask, I already know the answers. I don't speed because I don't know what I'm doing. I was speeding because it was an accident. I know all the rules and stuff. There are a lot of people on the speed awareness courses that don't know the rules. I'm like, how are you driving? Exactly. That was, well, it was literally just before the flash. I was like, oh no. I didn't have a chance to slow down at that point because he was still right behind me at that point. He definitely got caught as well though. So that's the only positive here, is he definitely got caught too. Exactly. To be fair, what you said there, everyone speeds. It's just you speed at the wrong time. The guy who took the course, he was like, everyone speeds. You haven't done anything wrong. Like, not you haven't done anything wrong, but it's like, it was a mistake. You're learning from it. You're here, kind of thing. They weren't like trying to judge people for doing it. They were trying to. They were definitely trying to educate people on it. It wasn't a, you've done something bad, you're in trouble. It was, you can learn something from this. Not that I learned anything from it, because I already knew it. But it was quite funny, in the first one I did, there was there was an older guy there, and one of the questions was, what's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road? And they got everyone to write down their answers. He answered 100 miles per hour on a single carriageway national speed limit road. And he stood by it. He was like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's like, how are you driving? He got kept behind. No, it's 60. Unless you're driving a heavy goods vehicle, then it's 50. Better to go on the lower one. If you're unsure, go for the lower option. Exactly. I know the like van restrictions and stuff as well, because we have work vans that are on that side of things. So if I'm ever driving a work van, then I have to abide by the 50 speed limit rule rather than the 60. It's 60. It's 50 national speed limit for vans on a single carriageway. I'm trying to remember. I'd have to look this one up. I think it's 50 on a dual carriageway as well, and no. I think it's 50, 60, 70 rather than 60, 70, 70. So single carriageway 50, dual carriageway 60, motorway 70 for vans. I think. But I would have to double check. I don't drive the vans very often. And also, I don't think... oh no, I was about to say I've never driven a van on a motorway, but I have. Many times. I've been on the motorway loads of times in the van. I just don't drive them very often. Because I am very much an office-based employee. I do remember one of the first times they asked me to drive one of the vans though. I was so nervous. They put us like, okay, you're gonna drive the big van. So it was it was an MV400, a Nissan MV400. They are big. They're big. And I was like, you want me to drive the big one? Really? And they were like, yeah, you're gonna pick it up from the garage. It's like, oh, okay. It was in the back of this garage, like where all the cars are parked. It was like stuck in there, like amongst loads of cars and stuff. I was like, you want me to get it out of here as well? It was horrible, but I managed it. I didn't hit anything, but it was not fun. I wasn't used to driving a van at that point. Like there's no rear wing mirror. You have to use the wing. Sorry, no rear view mirror. There's only wing mirrors. But that was my first time driving a van. Most of our vans were NV200s. I would have been fine in an NV200. I was also driving it to somewhere I'd never been before. Because I was dropping it off at the guy's house who needed it the next day because he wasn't in work. And I had no clue where I was going. But I made it, and I've driven the vans many times since then, and I've been absolutely fine. To be fair, I think that's the only time I've driven the big van, though. All the other times I've driven just the smaller vans. This would have been like 10 years ago. Oh, I just realized you might like one of my Christmas presents that I got. I'm gonna go grab it. I didn't realize until today. I didn't realize you were into your cars as much as this. Oh, I've broken the spoiler. There we go. It's pretty cool. Apparently, so it was from my brother and his girlfriend. They were trying to find a 370, but they couldn't find a 370. But they found that one, and they're like, that one will do. Don't have any car-based Lego. Oh, I mean, that's my only thing. I think that's currently my only actual Lego thing. I used to have quite a bit of Star Wars Lego, but we don't have it anymore. It's a bit fiddly to do because all of these stripes and stuff, they're all just stickers, and you have to apply the stickers yourself. I've seen that one. That's a cool one. No, they're not printed. No, they're stickers. So everything that's a stripe is a sticker, and then there's some stickers on the inside as well, because the interior is done as well. And there's a Paul Walker in there too, or a Brian, or whatever you want to call him, whatever he's going by. How long did it stay boxed? I got it on Christmas Day. I built it Christmas Day. It lasted a few hours for when I opened it like in the afternoon on Christmas Day, and then I built it in the evening. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. I was clicking through something and that just messed up my encounters. I don't use an auto counter. I use a key on my keyboard, and I was just mashing that key by accident while I was trying to do something else. Hey, back to your messages. You got a few sets for Christmas, but they're still boxed. You got the Pixar lamp. That's cool. That's really cool. The Wally and Eve set. That's cool as well. Nice. I didn't know there was a set of lamp. I didn't even know there was a Pixar lamp set. To be fair, that's really cool. And a Game Boy. That's also really cool. There's some cool sets. You have Mega Bloks Pixel Mew set that you got. You got that the Christmas prior. Cool. I actually quite like clicking the button. I've always done it, and it's kind of just like part of what I do. But thank you. I have looked into it myself before, but I was like, it's part of my hunt now is that I click a button. I've been doing it for 10 years, nearly. And it's part of my process now. You always doubted that you'd keep count, so you wanted something automatic, so it didn't potentially miscount. Yeah, that's understandable. That's the advantage of watching my stream at the same time. If I hadn't got my stream open at the same time just then, I would have not known what I was meant to put that number back to. But luckily, my stream is on a delay, so I was able to look at my stream and go, okay, I was on 9672 when I broke it. That's not the reason I rewatch my stream. I have my stream on just so I can make sure it's definitely working. Again, just a habit I've had since I started streaming is to make sure the stream is open, so that I can make sure it's all working fine. I don't have the sound on or anything. That's the one thing I can't tell if it's working or not is sound. But the fact that people respond to me talking suggests that the sound is working. Ooh, that was a female. Okay. Double female. Another female. Too bad. We have had a chunk of time where we haven't had the females, so. No, we don't want to name A. Welcome back. Did you see Professor X's tweet about Japanese Fire Red and Leafy not having the bait strap for Chansey? Not having the bait strap? I did not. So that means you don't want to do it in the Japanese version. Huh. Fair enough. Interesting. Weird, like, what? That's such a weird thing to have as a inconsistency between languages. Like, what? How does that even happen? Yeah, I don't think I could ever do Safari Zone hunting. That is not for me. I do not want my shinies running away from me. I know obviously with the Chansey thing you can get it so it won't run away, but there's still a chance you don't get it because you're limited to 30 Pokeballs. Because a lot of people do that, do Safari Week. I have not done Safari Week and I will never do Safari Week. You're going to need to eventually, you want to hunt all your shinies in their original regions / gens. Fair enough. Well, good luck. No doubt you'll need it. And a working bait strats game. Yes. I actually didn't used to shiny hunt in full odds, like full odds. This is my first time properly delving into 8192 shiny hunting. I've done like a little bit in the past. Well, I did do a Heart Gold shiny badge quest, but that was I only did the first half of the game. I very much normally shiny hunt with as best odds as I can get, using methods and all those kind of things. And I am enjoying doing this. But I do miss getting shinies. Like, we're very close to a year of doing this hunt. With how easy it is to get shinies now, you want to keep your shinies as rare as possible. That's true. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I say I like to get shinies. I will do most of my shiny hunting in Gen 6 and 7. Because I want them... I want to say... I'll preface this. I don't want to get the shinies as quickly as possible. I still want to have fun doing it. So, using the Gen 6 and 7 method hunting. So, like, Dex Nav, Horde hunting, Poke Radar, Chain Fishing, Friend Safari. They're fun, and the odds are pretty decent. They're not like, obviously you can get better odds. So they're the ones I do. SOS hunting as well. Sorry, I missed one. So they're where I kind of tend to hunt most of my time. Or I used to anyway. Obviously, if a Pokemon came out in a gen after those, then I would obviously have to hunt in the later gens. But if I could shiny hunt them in Gen 6 or 7, I would shiny hunt a Pokemon in Gen 6 or 7. The only thing I would do, for Masuda, I will use Sword and Shield if the Pokemon is in Sword and Shield. Because the bike is better than Tauros. But I will never do Masuda method in Scarlet and Violet. No, thank you. No way. Hi Z, how you doing? Egg catching in Crystal. I've done that before, but I did it. I did it with the shiny Ditto. It's a pain though. It's such a pain. Like eggs take so long to hatch in Gen 2. So long. I was actually EUIC 2024. I was doing crystal egg hatching or shiny hatching. I got one. I got a. Well, I actually got 2 Skarmories while we were sitting watching. I think we were watching Unite at that point. Yeah, but I got 2 shiny Skarmory while doing it. Doing well? I'm doing good. I am getting close to 10k, yes. You got a ticket to EUIC 2024, but you couldn't make it. Ah, that's a shame. You will be going to 2027 though, for sure. Excellent. (2024) was my first EUIC. Then I went 2025, and then obviously 2026 as well. And of course, I'm going to be going to it every year now. Well, I say that as long as my friend group is going every year. I don't think I'd go on my own because I'm more there for friends than for the actual event. I'm sure we will. I mean, we've gone every year so far for the last 3 years. So, Worlds 2022 was your first of any of those sorts of events? Yeah, I've not been to Worlds. Obviously, I'll try and persuade the professors to come as well, because we need to rescue some more Pokemon. / get you that event. There was actually an article written about the Pokemon Rescue at EUIC. Oh, excellent. Good. Sounds like you've persuaded him then. It was an article on Games Radar. It's a good read, actually. I'll grab the link and post it in the chat. Let me just check to see if this is male or female first. I'm not featured by name, but I'm in pictures. But that's mainly because Rex posts pictures on Twitter, and I'm in those pictures. Let me go grab it. Let me just check this Pokemon quickly. Is that even... Did that... No, that did not do it right. Why did that not do it right? What is going on? There we go. Oh, probably help if I actually put it into the Twitch chat, not just the Restream chat. Oh, to be fair, that actually might have gone... Did I post that twice in Twitch? I did not realize it did that. It sends it to both. I've never posted in that chat before. I only just realized because it popped up on my my screen. Oh well, there it is twice. You haven't spoken to Tops before properly, but you have spoken with Rex a few times in the past. Cool. To be honest, I'd never spoken to either of them before I met them in the Airbnb that we were staying in. I knew who they were, and I'd watched some of their videos, but I'd never actually spoken to either of them. Also, the first pic, like the picture that is used, like I don't know where it is on the actual article. Oh yeah, the very first picture in the article, that is my back. Rex did offer you to come to that Airbnb to get the ticket when you tweeted about making it to Norman, but you're already halfway home. Message not tweet. Yeah, I understood what you meant. Yeah, we had it was a good Airbnb. It was right outside the XL as well. Like really easy to get to. Like literally like 20 seconds. We did actually have one of the well, not one of the, but one of the commentators for the VGC finals come over after the event, which is pretty cool. Like, he was commentating the final, it finished, and then, like, a couple of hours later, he was around our Airbnb. No. That was a different friend. I hadn't met the commentator until he turned up at our Airbnb. $9,700, the number I accidentally skipped to. With that, I don't know how I managed to accidentally skip to like a precise number like that. That was not on purpose. I just happened to stop clicking the button at the same time as it got to 9,700. They literally paid to come and sit outside a ticketed event to help out the community. Like, can't tell them how, isn't it? Yeah. Bringing all that stuff from Canada is impressive. I mean, I spent most of Sunday out there as well. I paid to be out there too. Because I paid for a ticket and I was barely inside that day. But it was worth it. I think I had more fun doing the rescue stuff than being in the event, to be honest. No. I was just there for a ride. I didn't do any of that. I can't take credit. I was purposely not taking credit for it. People were saying what you guys doing was amazing. I was like, I'm just a friend. This is not me. Those guys, they did it all. I was doing it because it was fun. I mean, technically they are too. Yeah, I'm not... Personally, I'm not too, like... I don't really care about competitive Pokemon. So I didn't really care that I was, like, not watching the, like... the events and stuff. I still have my jacket. Rex, let me keep one of the rescue jackets, which is awesome. You love competitive Pokemon, you don't understand it. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't, like, I enjoy watching it, it's fun to watch, but I don't understand what's going on either. But I'm more at those events to meet with friends I don't see, and to meet new people, like yourself. Like, if I wasn't there doing the rescue stuff, I would never have met you. Especially doing, like, previous years I was just there to meet with friends. This year doing the rescue stuff was so much even better. Like, hearing other stories of other people's, like, Pokemon, like, journeys and, like, what they like about the games and stuff. So fun. Like, I very much enjoyed, like, meeting people and talking just Pokemon with them. Because I was staying with friends, I was able to stay with my friends and hang out with them in the evening, like all of them, the big group of us. Obviously, other than the people that were actually doing the rescue stuff, that I was with them all day. But then doing the rescue stuff meant I would meet other people as well. So I had evenings with friends, during the day with randoms. Making new friends, I should say. And we, of course, did do some shiny hunting as well, because there was a 8192 shiny hunt event thing that we did. I hope so too. I am lucky. Yeah, I am lucky. I made friends. I made friends with the right people, essentially, because I've been friends with Triggery for nearly 10 years. Because of doing Twitch and streaming. We both were streamers and we interacted through streams and stuff. And then, what was it, 4 years ago, he was coming to London and decided he would ask a few of the people from here that he knew if we wanted to all meet up. So we met up, and then we've met up every year since then. You left your house late on the Saturday. It wasn't until you were pulling into the car park that you saw the tweet announcing the shiny hunt. It was actually announced like a week prior, maybe even longer than that. But I guess it wasn't something you saw straight away. The tweet on the day was just to announce where we were actually doing it. But this was the guy who forgot his GPA in games to get the answer. Yeah, fair. So even if you had got there slightly early, well, I say you wouldn't have been able to participate. There was definitely ways of participating. Like, I had 2 DSs. You could have used one of mine. Rex had loads of consoles. Tops was He actually he was playing on the Wii on one of the rescue boxes, shiny hunting. True. That's a good point. Yeah, because if you'd had your stuff with you, you'd have done the Eon ticket. Would have been there probably 20 minutes to do it. Maybe slightly longer to transfer it if you wanted to transfer it up. Whereas because you had to play through the whole game, you came back a few times, and obviously we were trying to get you through the game as quickly as possible. So it was like having to talk through the best ways to get through the game. So it's true. Yeah, we probably wouldn't be here right now talking if you hadn't been around for basically the whole day. Oh, you only want it in that game. You don't want it. I didn't know whether you were wanting to transfer it up to home or anything like that. You actually want it in Gen 3. Yeah, I mean, if it is just putting into that one game, yeah, it's like 5 minutes. If that. Probably less. Because a lot of people do like to do the Eon ticket and then transfer, like get the Pokemon and transfer it up to home as well. Yeah, a lot of people want the event, not necessarily to shiny hunt it. I'm assuming you're going to shiny hunt it. You initially wanted to hunt it and nickname it after the Professor's Lab or Pokemon Rescue or something. That would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, if you do that and you get it, and you 100% have to tweet out to Rex. He would love seeing that. You just got a shiny Jinx and go, hey, awesome, congrats. That's cool. Not quite the same. Yeah. That makes sense, I guess. Doing it with Rex and the Pokemon Rescue is kind of an event kind of thing, like the old events back in the day. You haven't played Go in years. One of your friends got you back into it around the last event. Huh, cool. And then now you got a shiny. Nice. Jinx is an interesting shiny. A lot of people don't really like shiny Jinx. I actually quite like shiny Jinx. Having the hair go like almost like platinum blonde, and then the dress going like a pinky color. I quite like it. You've got to do all the Go stuff that weekend. I don't play Go, so I didn't do any of it. There was a whole Go scavenger hunt that you could have done as well at the event, but some of my friends were doing. I mean, I did help out a little bit with that because they needed to make new friends and win raids and stuff, so I jumped on just to help him with that. But that was all I did. I don't actually play Pokemon Go. I went through the Pokemon TCG Pocket little like event thing they had there to get more hourglasses. That was the point of it, to get hourglasses. Because collecting cards, because I used to collect Pokemon cards, it's got too expensive. But TCG Pocket, now that's free. So I can collect cards for free. I did buy an ETB while I was at EUIC, because when we got our Pokemon Center slots, you got entered into a raffle to be able to. If you won the raffle, you had the opportunity to buy a limited ETB, and I won the raffle, so I was able to get that ETB. So I was like, I might as well buy it. You got the Gardevoir one? I got the Lucario one. But they're the only Pokemon cards I've bought in years. I used to actually do pack openings on stream, like quite a few years ago now. Which is why I'm thinking when I do my 10-year streamiversary stream, my 24-hour one, I think I'm going to get a booster box. I don't know what booster box, I'll just look at what's available and stuff. And I want to do a segment of pack opening on it, just as like a throwback. Because that's kind of what the 10-year streamiversary stream is going to be about. It's going to be like a throwback kind of stream, like looking back at the history of my streams. And I might even, I don't think I can, but I might try and dig up some of my old layouts and maybe do some shiny hunting with old layouts. I don't know whether I still have them, because I'm not on the same computer as I was back when I first started, because I've built this one since then. But what I could do is I could make a little like montage maybe of some old stream highlights and stuff and play that at one point. There's a lot of planning that I need to do for this 10-year streamiversary. But obviously it's a big day. Streaming for 10 years is quite an achievement. Even if I do say so myself. I am too. Like I say, I've got a lot of planning to do because I need to decide what I'm actually doing in it. Obviously, I've got, well, as long as I can get some cards to open. Shiny hunting. We'll probably still be doing our. Hopefully, we're not doing this hunt specifically, but I will do some more of the Crystal Shiny Badge quest during it, and wherever we are at that point. Hopefully, not still on this one. I want to do some old shiny hunting like I used to do. Obviously, we've got the triathlon I want to do with Triggery. Shiny triathlon. be fun. That's not to worry about. I haven't done that in years. And then I will play some non-Pokemon related games as well, because that is kind of where my channel is now, is not all Pokemon. But a lot of the day will be Pokemon, because that's kind of where I started and what's brought me through all this. Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you for the credit. I'm going to throw most of the credit to Rex and Tops, obviously. They are a couple of awesome guys. No, 100% no offense. Did Trickery have anything to do with Pokemon Rescue? Only in the fact that he was there like me. He didn't do as much as me, because he's there to watch the tournaments and stuff. He does enjoy watching the competitive stuff, so he wanted to be there for that. You only saw him using Subway, not in the Pokemon Rescue. Yeah, he did a little bit, but no, not really. He's more just friends with them, more than part of the rescue stuff. Because he knew them, he's known them since before they were doing the Pokemon Rescue stuff. Because obviously they're also like shiny hunters. There are a couple of others. So on the article, in the picture, there is canned wolf meat. So he was with, it was me and him most of the time with Rex and Tops. He's another content creator. But then there was also Lost Crusader there as well for a bit of it, but not as much as me and Candle Meat. We're all streamers / YouTubers. And he was so much of a content creator that he was actually able to get a media pass for the event. So he was at all the media stuff, which is cool. So Lost Crusader, he was only there for a little bit. He was there because he wanted to watch a lot of the competitive stuff, and his girlfriend wanted to watch the Go stuff, so they were there for those things. But if you look at the first picture on the Games Radar article, that you can see Canned Meat is in the purple hoodie helping do the rescue there. I'm at the back, I'm behind, that's my back you can see. And then off to the left, you can see like half of somebody and wearing a Pokemon Rescue hat. That's Lost Crusader. But again, like I say, he wasn't at the Pokemon Rescue stuff too much. He was probably there a little bit more than Triggery, but not as much as me and Candle Meat. It's kind of difficult saying people's names, because I know them all by their actual names, but I don't know what they're all like with putting their actual names out there. So I'm trying to I have to try and remember what their like screen names are. Other than Triggery. Triggery, I'll always call Triggery. I know his real name, but I never use it. Whereas everyone else, I'll use their real names. I mean, I don't think any of us really care that much, to be honest. Like, when we're all together, even when we're doing the rescue stuff, we'll say our actual names, so people will hear them. Oh, that's a female. So, I feel like it's not, like, that crucial. But while they're not here to say otherwise, I will not use their real names. Exactly. But I'm fine with people calling me Adam. I'm fine with that. So I even have it in my my Twitch bio thing that my name is Adam. So I think, pretty sure I have it in there. Under the Sleeping Dragonite. Mm-hmm. I like my my panels. They're cool. It took a bit of deciding on what I wanted them all to be. Well, some of them came naturally, like Dragonite about me. I'm a big Dragonite fan. There's 2 Dragonites down there. My icon is a Dragonite. I'm very much Dragonite. Then the schedule one, I like the schedule one because it's the day and night Pokemon in Umbreon and Espeon. And it had to be a shiny Umbreon as well. Exactly. My favorite shiny is shiny Umbreon because the black and blue is just so nice. Like, blue is my favorite color, and just the black, the glow of the blue as well with the black of the Umbreon, so good. So that's why that's a shiny. But Espeon, I prefer normal Espeon to shiny. I don't mind shiny Espeon. A lot of people hate shiny Espeon because of the green. I actually quite like it, but if I was to pick a shiny or not shiny, I would pick the not shiny. But a lot of people don't like green shinies. I actually really like green shinies. The only green shiny I don't like is Dragonite because I think it should be blue. Or pink. But blue. Like Mega Dragonite. I actually, I did actually get Bug, who is the artist who does all my art stuff. I did actually get her to make me a blue Dragonite at one point. Which is cool. And that's how it should have been in the first place. But obviously they didn't do shinies in the same way back then. And then I like the rule one as well. Because mods have a sword as their icon next to their name on Twitch. And I was like, sword, Hone Edge, 100%, and then shiny Hone Edge, even better. Like, that's such a nice shiny. So that was a fun one to come up with is the rules. I actually don't. What even are my? I don't even know what my rules are anymore. What are my rules? Oh, no ages in chat. Whoops, we've been breaking that rule all over the place. My bad. No spamming, no links, keep PG, no offensive. Yeah, that's fine. Support. I thought the sport one was pretty fun as well. The sport one we didn't decide that was one that took a little while to decide. But having the Sableye carrying the gems around, I thought that's pretty funny. It used to be a thing back, these rules are from 10 years ago. It used to be a thing back in Twitch that a lot of people got banned and stuff because of being too young to be on Twitch and stuff. So it was a big thing 10 years ago about people not saying their ages. It's not really a thing anymore. It's fine. Don't worry. Probably should remove the crazy coin one. But yeah, the artist one next is I obviously I did not pick that one. I let Bug pick her own one. I did use the link through to her website and stuff that she uses, but I don't think she does really that much commission stuff anymore. Or not openly, so we removed the link. That's why it just says this blog on Twitch. But she likes Vulpix, so she went with Vulpix. And then Crazy Coins is a thing we used to do. Which was similar to what the Twitch points are now. But before Twitch points, we used a separate thing called... What was it called? What was it even called? I can't even remember what the program was called now. It's not a thing anymore. It was like Stream Elements, but not Stream Elements. But I can't remember what it was called. It was Bot, yeah. But Yeah, we don't do any of that stuff anymore. When did I start Crazy Coins? Because you recall years back when we first found your stream. Yeah. No, it was a little while ago now. The bot that we used, it basically it stopped. They stopped running it basically, so we had to stop using it. And then Twitch brought in the Twitch points anyway. But the Twitch points don't work as well as what the Crazy Coins were, because you used to be able to gamble your Crazy Coins and stuff. It was really fun. Like we'd do Who's That Pokemon, where you could guess the Pokemon. First one to guess it would get some coins, but you could also bet coins on when I'd get a shiny and stuff like that. Or you could do the slots, or you could just like randomly gamble and stuff. It was really fun. I do miss it, but there's just, I mean, to be fair, I could look to see if there's anything similar around nowadays, but I'm not sure if there is. But for now, I should probably just remove that panel because it's not relevant, and it hasn't been for years. What's next? YouTube? I like the YouTube one as well. That was fun because that was when it was when Sun and Moon were the newest Pokemon game. So the Rotom Dex was quite relevant, and it was just cool because you could like pretend it was like a tablet for watching YouTube. Then Discord. Oh my god, I've still got Twitter on there as well. Should probably just change that to Blue Sky. It would still be relevant with the Rowlets. Discord with the 3 starters, like as a group, is cool, and then Twitter is the birds. You remember Sun and Moon coming out like it was only yesterday? I remember that as well, because I used to. That was when I was first streaming. Was when those games were being announced, and like they were doing like teasers and stuff. They were showing different parts of the game and stuff. So. This is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to the my 10-year stream anniversary as well, just to like throw back to like old streams and stuff. Your second last year in primary school was Sun and Moon. Yeah. You're making me feel old. Because I was working when Sun and Moon came out. I was working for the company I still work for. It makes you feel older. It came out in 2016. Right? Yeah, 2016. 10 years ago. That's impressive. I just realized I've been talking to Elm here over and over because I was clicking the wrong button. I thought I was still in the locked in dialogue. I've seen quite a lot of people come and go from my work. There's not many people who have been there longer than me now. been working for a bit over 4 years now, and you've seen so many come and go. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention actually. I got a new addition to the plush lineup now. We got a little Ditto here now, as well from the my Pokopia pre-order that I got. So other than FIFA, FC, and Pokemon, what do you play? A lot of things. A lot of things. I mostly play story-based games, like RPGs and just story-based. A couple of my favorite games, like series, are Mass Effect and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. But also Assassin's Creed until like the latest ones. You got a very good. Yeah, I remember you saying. Here he is. He can sit in my hood for now. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. So don't fall. Agree. Hard agree. Is that to the Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic? Yes. That is the exact point. Origins was the first of the downfall. I haven't played any since then. I haven't even played much of Origins. I got so bored. So I have Origins, but that's the last one I got. You were going to get Pokopia till you saw it was Switch 2 only. Yeah. It's very fun. I've been playing it a bit today. You bought them, sold them? I didn't even bother buying them. Because I only played like an hour of Origins. I was like, nah, not for me now. Oh my god. I didn't realize how massive the game was going to be when I first started playing. The game is huge. There's so much to it. I thought it was just Animal Crossing. I thought it was just Animal Crossing in Pokemon, with a bit of Minecraft sprinkled in there. Like, I thought, oh yeah, you just get this little island that you start on. But no, it's like the whole of Kanto. I don't know whether it's actually the whole of Kanto, but there's like so much to it. I haven't even done much. I'm still actually in the first area. I've not got further than the first area. I can't write my encounter number for the female very easily now because of Ditto on my shoulder. Without him falling. Actually, he's staying on quite well. It helped that he's weighted. He has he's got like beans in him, or whatever it is. You've sure got to get a switch too soon. You do, yes. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying Pokopia. It's fun. It wouldn't be something I stream. Sorry, it's not really the kind of game I stream. But for just playing it like after work for a little bit every day, it's actually really fun. I've enjoyed it. Nope, still falling forward. Stop falling forwards. There we go. But yeah, in terms of other games that I'll be streaming, I have a long list actually, a very long list of games that I want to stream, and basically I have like this wheel of games. So all the games that I want to stream are on this wheel, and when I finish a game, I spin the wheel to pick my next game. The only time I don't spin a wheel to pick a game is if I've already finished, like, if I'm up to date with the series, and then a new game of that series comes out, I will then play that game as soon as I finish whatever game I'm playing at the moment. So, that's why when we finish FC26, I'm going to be not spinning the wheel, because we've got the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle DLC to play, because I've already played that game and the DLC came out, so I need to play the DLC now. But the list of games is very long, and some of it is fairly old games. I don't actually get into that many new games. I'm very much I like old games. I have said that the season I'm in now for FC26 is the last season. So I've done two streams of it. It takes about 6 or 7 streams per season. So we'll likely, if we don't finish FC26 in this coming week, next week, I will 100% be finished with it early the following week. And then that's when we'll be playing Indiana Jones again. I don't know how long we'll be streaming Indiana Jones for, because it's just the DLC I'm going to be playing, so I don't know how long the DLC is. I haven't checked. But I can only, as it's a DLC, it'll probably be only a couple of streams. And then after that, I've got other DLC to play from Dynasty Warriors Origins. Because that also came out recently, and I want to play the DLC for that. Because we streamed that game as well when that came out. Because I'm a big Dynasty Warriors fan. Other than 9. 9 was terrible. Dynasty Warriors? Or, if you say it the English way, I guess it would be Dynasty Warriors. But I'm so used to the American pronunciation. Since the PS2 days, probably like Dynasty Warriors 4 or 5 then, if it was PS2 days. Great games. I have on my shelf 4, I have 5, I think I have 5 3 times. 6, and I don't think I have any, I think 7 I have PC onwards, so I don't think I've got those ones on the shelf. I have all my old games on. You can just about see it there. That is some shelves. It's got all my old console games on it. There's a set of shelves just to the side here that has all my consoles on it. Because technically, I can stream from any of the consoles I have, because I have a way of putting them onto my computer, because I have all the wires. So, yeah, technically I can stream from any of them, if I really wanted to. And we have them. I have streamed. I streamed from my PS2 before. Because we streamed Need for Speed Underground 1. I played it on my PS2. Yeah, you did. Unfortunately. That was a while ago. What I've got on my list, I've got a series of games. So the Need for Speed series is on my list of to stream. So we've done Need for Speed Underground 1. So if the wheel picks Need for Speed again, then we'll be playing Need for Speed Underground 2. So you've only missed the first Underground. The rest of the Need for Speed games are still to come at some point, when the wheel picks it. And I will be playing the official one on PS2. I won't be emulating it. I could never get the PS2 emulator to work properly, so I don't like emulating it. I probably could get it to work, but I have the means to just stream from the PS2, so I might as well. Need to Speed Underground. Underground 2 is better, so you're glad you didn't miss 2. Yeah, I agree. And 2 is better. I do very much enjoy number 1, though. But 2 is the better one of the two of them. Then, of course, you've got the best one. Most Wanted. Yes, yeah, they definitely did. And obviously by Most Wanted, I mean the 2005 version of Most Wanted. Not the 2012, I think it was, version. That was not good. The only bad thing about playing Need for Speed is I can't have the music on. I have to turn the music off. It's very disappointing. Exactly. I can't play Riders of the Storm because it's copyright. Stop reminding me of all the good music in the games. But yeah, you know what? We could go through. Could we have a quick run through of the games that I've got on my to play list, just so you can get an idea of what is to come on stream. Oh, there's a female. One sec. Okay. So, games that will be played on stream when the wheel picks it. We've got Far Cry, so that'll be the Far Cry series. I haven't played any of them on stream yet, so we'll be starting with Far Cry 1 and working our way through all of those. But each time I finish one, the wheel spins again. It doesn't mean I play Far Cry 1 straight into Far Cry 2. The wheel picks it each time. I have played Far Cry 1. I've played Far Cry 1. I've played parts of Far Cry 2. This is off stream, this is. I haven't completed Far Cry 2 though. Far Cry 3 I've finished. Far Cry 4 I've finished. Far Cry Primal I finished. Far Cry 5 I finished, but I haven't played 6 at all. You've played, but not completed 3, 4, 5. Fair enough. Yeah, I started, my first Far Cry was Far Cry 3. Great game. Love Far Cry 3. And then I played Far Cry 4 when it came out. I played Far Cry Primal when it came out. I played Far Cry 5 when it came out. But I never played 6. And then I went back and played Far Cry 1 not that long ago. And then when I finished Far Cry 1, I played a bit of Far Cry 2. You haven't played 1, 2, Blood Dragon. I probably won't do Blood Dragon. I might. That's just a DLC though. Kind of. It's essentially a DLC. Primal's actually really quite fun. It's very different though, because obviously it's not got guns and stuff. But it's actually kind of fun. I might put Blood Dragon on there. Maybe. I don't know. I've not done Blood Dragon before. So we might do that. Okay, what? Okay. We got stuck on, that's just one of the games. We've got the Assassin's Creed games. You started it, no guns? Oh no, it is actually quite fun. It is different because obviously you've not got guns, but there is still a lot of actual Far Cry stuff in there, and it's actually really fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've got Assassin's Creed on the list, where we'll be starting with Assassin's Creed 1, and what I'm doing is I am going to be playing all the way through, not one after the other. Again, each time I finish a game, the wheel spins again. If it gives me Assassin's Creed twice in a row, fair enough. It gives me Assassin's Creed twice in a row. We will be playing past Syndicate. This is a way of me like almost forcing myself to play the later Assassin's Creed games by making it so that I'm streaming them. So yeah, we've got the Assassin's Creed games, but mostly looking forward to playing the old ones. Again, for I don't know how many times I've played the old games now. I have technically actually streamed the first one before, but I am going to start from the beginning and stream it from the beginning again. Okay, what else? The Witcher. We have already streamed the first one, so it's actually The Witcher 2 that's on the list to begin with, because we already streamed The Witcher 1 from doing the wheel picking. So we've got The Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, and then when it comes out, The Witcher 4 will get added to the list. I won't be playing The Witcher 4 when it first releases. I will be waiting until I've finished the first 3, and then we'll play that when the wheel picks it. What's next? Dead Space. I've never played Dead Space. They actually look quite fun, so I put Dead Space on there. I've completed The Witcher 1 2 or 3 times. It is very different from the first Witcher I experienced was Witcher 3. I didn't play much of it. I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this. I'm actually going to go back and play the first 2. But they are all 3 of them played completely different from each other. They're all very different. It's a very strange experience to go from one to the one to the next one to the next one, because they all are different. But I actually quite liked The Witcher 1. But the combat is very strange. It's the combat that's the weird thing, like how you do the combat. And obviously it's quite an old game now, so it's a little bit dated. Yeah, Dead Space, and then we've got God of War, but like from the beginning of God of War, not starting with God of War the second time. We started with, I've already done God of War 1. Technically I already did God of War when they rebooted the series, I guess you could say. But my timing for that is kind of off because they've just announced that they're remaking the original trilogy. I've already played the first one, but if we get to that point and the remakes are out, then I'll use play the remakes instead. Fable. I want to play Fable. I played Fable 3 before, not on stream. This was years ago, but I've never actually played Fable 1 or 2. And then there is another Fable coming out again at some point. I don't know when, which will get added to the list when it comes out. I really enjoyed Fable 3. Fable 3 was really fun, and yeah, I've obviously heard good things about the other Fable games, so we will play that at some point. Dragon Age. We already played Dragon Age Origin, so the next Dragon Age game is Dragon Age 2. I've never played the Dragon Age games until I streamed them, but obviously they're made by the same people who make what did it? Knights of the Republic, right? Is it Knights of the Republic or Mass Effect? I can't remember which one now. One of the two. So they're very good games as well. Well, I say they're very good. Apparently the latest one's not great, but I'll still play it. Then we've got Need for Speed. That's on there. I think this is an... No, I was going to say it's an alphabetical order. It's not, because F does not come before D. It's just the order I put them on the list, I guess. Then after the Need for Speed... The Need for Speed list is quite long, because it starts with Underground 2 and goes all the way to... Well, it stops at Heat. I've already technically played Unbound on stream, but I might play it again when we get there. Not sure. Haven't decided. And then obviously, if any other ones come out, they'll get added to the list. Crisis is after that. I've already played Crisis 1 on stream, so Crisis 2 and 3 are the ones that are still on the list of playing. Watch Dogs. I've, again, already played the first one on stream, so it's 2 and Legion that's on there. You haven't played Unbound or Heat? I've played Heat a little bit. I've completely finished... well, I got to a point where I'd done what I wanted to do in Unbound. Obviously, there's still stuff happening in Unbound, but I don't really care for that, and I only do the single player side of things anyway, so... Yeah. It was fun. I enjoyed Unbound. It was fun. You played Watch Dogs 1, completed 2, not yet played Legion. Apparently Legion's not very good. But again, I'll play it just so I've got the complete series done. But I enjoyed Watch Dogs 1. That was fun. And Watch Dogs 2 apparently is better than Watch Dogs 1. And then we've got the Batman Arkham games. So I've already done Arkham... whatever the first one was. Asylum? Arkham Asylum. I've already done Arkham Asylum. So the next one is Arkham Origins. That was fun as well. I very much enjoyed Arkham Asylum. That was fun. What's next? And then we've got the... I can't remember what the name of the series is. But Until Dawn and Man of Medan? Man of Medan. And that kind of thing. Little Hope is the next one. I've done 2 of that series. So we've got Little Hope, House of Ashes, The Devil in Me, The Quarry. Those games. They're fun. They are very fun. The movie for Until Dawn, very much not like the game. I played The Last of Us. That's a good game. Both of them. Did I stream those? I can't even remember if I streamed The Last of Us. Did I stream The Last of Us? I can't remember if I streamed that now. I want to say I did, but I can't remember. I'd have to check. Then I've got Kingdom Hearts. Now that's an interesting one. Kingdom Hearts. Because there's the series of Kingdom Hearts is very confusing. But I played 1. I finished 1. And I've done bits of other ones. It's very hard to keep track of what I've done in Kingdom Hearts because it's very strange games. Fair enough. Life is Strange. I've done Life is Strange 1 and it says Life is Strange 2 is the next one here, but I want to say I've already done Life is Strange 2. I think I just forgot to take it off the list. Or if... I can't remember if it goes 1 and then something else. Or have I? I can't remember now. I'd have to double check to see if I played Life is Strange 2 or not. But I'm pretty sure I've done 2 Life is Stranges. But it might be 1, then something else, then 2. It might be one of those ones where it's numbered weirdly. I can't remember. I enjoyed Life is Strange. And I actually just recently saw that they're making a TV series of Life is Strange. So that's going to be interesting to see what that's like. Then I've got the Spider-Man, the PS4. I'm not going to go back and play the really old Spider-Man games. Life is Strange is a good game, a very good game. Yeah, I've got the Spider-Man, the PS. I'm pretty sure it was PS4 version. I think that's when it came out. Yeah, you got 1, Miles, and then 2. I've done 1 and Miles Morales off stream, but I want to stream them. So then I'll do 2 once I've streamed those ones, but I've not played 2 before. BioShock. Never played BioShock, but they're apparently good games, so I want to play those. Now this is a throwback one. Portal. I played Portal a few times. But I thought, you know what, it'd be fun to stream that. It wouldn't be very long. Oop, that was a female. Portal, they're not very long games, but it's fun to play. So that's why I put it on the list. Portal 1 and Portal 2, that is. Yeah, I very much enjoy Portal. Then we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We've already played the first one. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Fallout. I didn't start with Fallout 1 because Fallout 1 is not quite the same as Fallout is later on. So we started with Fallout 2. So I've already played Fallout 2. So Fallout 3 is the next one on the list. Again, for the Fallout games, I've played 2 on stream. I've played 4, but not on stream. And have not played any of the other ones. Because the first Fallout game I played was Fallout 4. And then I went back and played Fallout 1 on stream. Yeah, that's fair. And then the last of the series of games I've got on here is Elder Scrolls. But starting with Oblivion. I can't be bothered to go back further than Oblivion. And we'll play the Oblivion remake / remaster. I can't remember if it was a remake or a remaster. We'll start with that. And then Skyrim. And then if 6 ever comes out, 6. Then in terms of other like one-off games where they're not series of games, well, technically some of these... Hey, I can take one of these off. I've actually played it already. Just realised. Never seen the Allure of Skyrim. I enjoy Skyrim. I've completed Skyrim, I think, only once, as in the main quest line. But it's a game... We'll be mainly just playing the main quest on stream. I'm not going to be going through all of the side quests. We'll be here forever if we were to do everything in that game. But I enjoy Skyrim. I like RPG games, so that's why it's a game I like to play. Okay, one-off games where it's not part of a series, or I don't want to play the whole series, I just want to play one of the games. I've got Control. That apparently is a really good game, but I've never played it or really looked into it much, other than I know people like it, say it's a good game. So I put it on the list. We'll try it out. That was a female. Now the next one is a game that I saw when it first came out years and years ago. Thought, oh, that looks interesting, but never actually played it, never bought it or anything, and just put it on the list because I'm like, maybe I should try that. I haven't said which game yet. Well, unless you're talking about Control. Control was the last one I said. I don't even know how to describe Control. But the next one is Rise, Son of Rome. A game that came out quite a while ago now, and I thought it looked interesting back then, but never actually played it. It is an old one. Yeah, an Xbox 360 kind of era game. That one. Okay, the next one is Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, that apparently is a really good game for being a movie like kind of tie-in kind of game. Not an actual movie game, but a tie-in game. No, I'm pretty sure Rise on a Rome was a 360. Yeah, pretty sure it was a 360 game. So far. The next one is Stray. That's a very nice game. It's not a very long game. Stray won't take us that long. But it's a nice little cat game. Also, we are coming to the end of the stream here. We've got the last few encounters. I will go through the whole of this list before we finish though, even if I'm not shiny hunting. Okay, what's after Stray? Atomic Heart. Now, this is an interesting one. I don't know too much about Atomic Heart. I saw some clips and stuff and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. I'll put that on the list. Whether we actually stick to it the whole game, I don't know. It depends what happens when I actually play in the game. But yeah, don't really know too much about it. Other than it's like a similar to like Fallout and that kind of game. Expedition 33. The game that came out, I think it was last year it came out, that everyone was raving about. So I put it on the list. Atomfall I put on the list as well. Atomfall is the reason I put Atomfall on the list is because it's set in the UK and there was a Cornish pasty in the game. I was like, yes, you're going on my list. It was just a collectible item. You can't. I don't think you can even do anything with this Cornish pasty. It was just an item that you could collect. I was like, yeah, this game is going on my list just for that. Next one is something that I might not play fully, but want to try out at least a little bit of it. Is Baldur's Gate 3. It's a series of games, obviously, Baldur's Gate, but I don't really want to go back to the original Baldur's Gate. I just want to start with 3 because that's the one everyone plays. I don't know whether I'll actually stick with that fully or not because that's again another massive game. We'll see. We'll see. The next one is actually one I can take off the list because I have actually played it. I just forgot to take it off the list. Is Cyberpunk. Loved Cyberpunk. That was such a good game. But we streamed that fairly recently. I just forgot to take it off the list. So I need to take that off. Next one is LA Noire. Again, a game I saw back when it first released. Again, I think that was an Xbox 360 game. Pretty sure. It might have been Xbox One. I want to say it was Xbox 360. Obviously, there's loads of memes about the game, but I actually just want to play it because I think it would be pretty fun. Press X to doubt. I've not played LA Noire, no. So that's why it's on the list. And then the final one on here is one that actually just recently came out. It's called Reanimal. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that right, but that's how it's spelled, Reanimal. So it's made by the same people who made A Little Nightmares, which are really good games. I really enjoy Little Nightmares. So I put it on the list because of that. Wasn't your type of game. Your listening skills are poor, so you were useless at swine lies. Ah, yeah. See, that's the advantage of streaming it, is I'm not going to be distracted by other things other than chat. You got an advert for Reanimal? Yeah, I mean, it only just came out like last week, week before, maybe something like that. Okay, we're on to the final reset of today. Also, welcome back, Z. Yeah, I did stream the Little Nightmares games. Well, I streamed 1 and 2 during a charity stream, and then I streamed 3 when it came out towards the end of last year. It's made by the same people as Little Nightmares, so that's why it feels like Little Nightmares. Oops, sorry, Ditto. Okay, you're coming off, Ditto. So yeah, that's the last one on the list for games that are there. Then I also have a couple of other games that are kind of half on the list. They kind of need to be added to the list, but not properly. So we've got Ghost of Yotai. Yotai, I think is how you pronounce it. That one is not properly on the list because I've already streamed. Oh, I don't know why I clicked that. We didn't get the shiny. I shouldn't have clicked further forward. Ghost of Yotai isn't properly on the list because I already streamed Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima? Tsushima? Is that what it's called? Ghost of Tsushima. So Ghost of Yotai just needs to be played. I don't need to spin the wheel for that one because it came out after I'd already finished the games of the series. There was only one game in the series as it came out. So it's actually, I've actually got a few things that I'm going to be playing without spinning a wheel because we've got Indiana Jones DLC, we've got Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC, and then Ghost of Yotai we'll play straight after that because when a game comes out in a series I've already finished the series of, I just play it when I next get to the opportunity that I would normally spin the wheel. So that one will be played at that point. So I'm looking forward to that as well because those games, the Ghost games, they're really fun. Or Ghost of Tsushima was very fun and looks amazing. So I'm looking forward to Ghost of Yotai. Then the only other games I've got to play at some point are, if it ever happens, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remakes, if they ever happen. But also whatever the new Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic game, what is it called? Knights of Fate or something like that? Yeah, the Ghost games, well, Ghost of Tsushima was very good, and obviously I hear lots of good things about Yotai as well. I've put the Fable game on here, but that just needs to get added to the list when that comes out. And then the Directive 8020, I think, is another one of the Until Dawn games, so that just needs to get added to that list, basically. But that's it. That's the list. So there's a lot of games on the list to play. So looking forward to all of those when they happen. Like I say, I'll be spinning wheels, so I can't tell you what game it will be, other than the next 3 ones after FC26 will be Indiana Jones DLC, Dynasty Warriors DLC, and then Ghost of Yotai. Then after that, depending on where we're at, what games are coming out, we'll spin a wheel. Definitely a lot of variety. Yep. I like lots of different games. But what they all have in common is they are all single-player stories. That is what I play. I play single-player story games. I don't care for multiplayer games. The only games that you could probably say aren't single-player story games are when I play FIFA. But I play the single-player side of FIFA, and I add a story into the game myself. Okay. Wow. There's lots of talking there. This stream also flew by. This stream went by so fast. That is where we're going to be ending. I just realized I forgot to stop the clock. Oh well, never mind. It's gone a little bit longer than it should have done, but whatever. Right. That is where we're going to end it for today. So we didn't get a shiny, unfortunately. So we'll be trying this again tomorrow. And that'll be at 9 PM UK time. And if we don't get it tomorrow, we'll be hitting 10k. Good timing then. To do tonight's work. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 PM UK time to continue this. And maybe you'll get a shiny. But maybe we won't. I'm still having fun, even if I'm not getting shinies. It's still fun to be streaming and playing the game. But anyway, that is where we're going to end it. So it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Thank you all for being here, and I shall see you all in another stream.